G'day, it's Bjorn from the Australian Wing Chun Academy here. Today we're going to be taking a detailed look at Siu Nim Tao, the first form of Wing Chun. I originally filmed this video for my students only, just showing them little sections of the form and more detail on how to actually execute the techniques. So I'm going to be going through each section of the form nice and slow so you can see the ideas behind it, and with some hints and tips that might improve your Siu Nim Tao along the way. One of the things we should be doing with Siu Nim Tao is taking our time with the motions. So we should be doing it nice and slow, soft and steady. It should be a very nice, smooth flow. Every motion nice and fluid. What we don't want to do is do all this part slow, and then come back and crank these out. Snappy moves. When we come back, we want to continue that soft, flowy motion. When you're taking your time, you can notice little things. Okay, my shoulders may have crept up. Maybe I need to lower my shoulders a bit. Maybe I need to settle myself down a little, pull my spine up. Don't be afraid to make little adjustments. That's perfectly fine. So every motion very slow. You can feel every movement as you're doing it. So you can start to begin to isolate little sections of your arms, your elbows, your shoulders. Maybe you're tense when you bring your hand back here. You might be tense in the wrist. So you can learn to, okay, now I can feel that's nice and slow. I'm going to try to relax it. Eventually, when you do the motion fast, you will be relaxed when you do it. So take your time with Siu Nim Tao. Okay, we're going to talk about the very first part of Siu Nim Tao. Rising the arms up, going to a fist, bringing the arms back. One of the details that people may not see or may not adjust for is positioning of the shoulders. So as you can see at the moment, my shoulders are quite high. So by lowering my elbows and rolling my shoulders back, they drop down a whole lot more. So you're going to start to feel a feeling in the back here as your shoulder rolls over, comes past your scapula down into the lats, and then you can go down into the lumbar. So we talk about the lumbar a fair bit in class when I'm telling students to drop their weight or settle their weight down. So we come up into the fist, bringing it back, drop the shoulders. So side on. Bit of a finer detail this one. So dropping back. Now you can imagine your elbows are tied by a rope to the floor. So it would come on an angle going backwards. Like that. So as they're getting pulled back and down, your spine is pulling up. So you're creating this sort of up and down motion, which in the middle makes your structure feel very strong. You might feel your chest open a little, because when we bring our shoulders back and down, we tend to open a little as well. So we're opening up this way. Now we're not trying to push our chest out when we do this. We are rounding our chest. So it's a little bit of a feeling coming outwards as we do all this, which creates that strength of the structure. That's the very first thing we do in the Siu Nim Tao form. Okay, the next bit we're going to talk about is, once we have set up, is angling the feet out, angling them back in. So we're going to go on our heels, pointing the toes out, now onto the balls of our feet, pointing the toes in. Our knees and our toes, when we finish up in that stance, will be pointing in a triangular shape to the center. Exactly the same as our guard. So it's teaching us to aim everything to that center line. Now you just relax down, keeping your spine up straight. So we don't relax down and collapse. We're sitting up straight still, dropping our hips a little, turning our coccyx in, and settling down. Okay, now that we've got the stance set up, we're going to do the double Chit Sau. Coming down, up the center, front of the face, back under the arms. And like I said, it's a double Chit Sau, so we're basically practicing the left and the right together. Pretty simple. So as they come out, we rotate the forearm. The two bones are rotating, radius and ulnar, as we come out. We're driving from the elbow, and we try to get the sensation of the rotation, or the drive of the rotation, from up near the elbow joint, just in front of the elbow joint. Rotation. As we come up, you'll notice my fingers point into the direction that we're going, so upward. So I'm not leaving them pointing outward as I come up, pointing where I'm going. This can be seen as a motion like that if it was a singular motion. So together, up. Once again, when we come back, we're driving the elbows back, pulling the shoulders down, and getting back to that neutral position. Something you could think of as we bring our elbows back, that can be used as something to pull an opponent in. If they're gripping onto our arms, or they might be stuck in a position where we're gripping them with our arm, we use that to pull them in. We might use it to pull in and punch at the same time, or pull them down, something like that. So that motion, bringing back, no matter what position, we do it a fair bit in the form, can be used for multiple applications. Okay, now we're going to do the straight punch. So fist on center, knuckles facing dead center. Comes out to full extension. When I say full extension, there is still a bit of a bend in the arm there. It's not hyperextended and super straight. That'll cause a shock through our body sometimes when we hit, so we keep that bend as a bit of a shock absorber. Also, it keeps the joint open and free, so it can still move if something happens or we need to move. So center, straight out, palm up, fingers turn around, back to a fist, back to the center. Starting with the left again, now we're doing the right. Center, palm up, around, back to a fist, pulling back with that elbow again. Simple. So the punch, as we come out, we turn into that Tan Sau. When you think of your fingers coming around, think of them pointing out as we go around. So we're not just coming out with a punch and having a loose hand and doing a little twirl like that. It's out. Nice motion. So that's almost like a Fuk Sau position as we come around. It's called a Huen Sau. Back like that. The Tan Sau, we're going to point to the center. Bring my left hand out first. As always, we start with our left. Huen Sau, Man Sau, back to Wu Sau. So when I come back, I'm going to be about fist distance away from my chest. Drop into Fuk Sau. And we do the Fuk Sau 3 times, coming back again. Two. And 3. Hand is up nice and straight. You'll see my hand is pointing up straight like that. Fingers together along the center line. Back once again, about fist distance from your chest. Straight Pak Sau to my shoulder. Back to the center. Out in front. Back to a fist. Back we go. Other side. So fingers pointing, elbow pointing. We're driving from the elbow, coming forward. Down that center, easy to get lost in how many you do when you're actually thinking about the moves you're doing. Over to the shoulder, out in center, back there. Now that's the end of the first section. Start of the second section, coming down the side, left, right, behind, in front. When we're coming down here, we're actually not pushing with our hand, we're trying to think of the elbow pushing the hand or guiding the hand, driving down. So we're dropping the elbow down. Same with in front and back. So down, down. When it's behind, again, we are driving from the elbows. Back in front, elbows drive down. Bring our arms up. Left hand is over the top, up to shoulder height. I'm going to come out straight. So I'm going to move from my shoulders, thinking of the shoulders rotating. Elbows start to rotate and hands come out nice and straight. Coming back in, basically a reversal of that action. So shoulders, elbows, creating a circle, right over left. Hands now go vertical, fingers pointing up, chopping down nice and straight, turning the hands over, bringing my hands towards myself. So once again, driving from the elbow, so I'm bringing that back, not pushing with my hands. Coming out to eye height. Now, same thing again, elbows, drive that out. Pointing my fingers up, so my palms are forward. Dropping my palms down. Nice and straight arms this time, as straight as you can get them. I am turning my hands, I'll just go a little higher for the camera, up this way. So fingers pointing down, back up, back to a fist, back under the shoulder. Left side comes across, open hand. This is more of a circular Pak Sau, from left to right. Comes out as like a hit under the chin. Pointing the fingers forward and coming back. So hands are straight, fingers pointing. I'm moving my elbow across in that circular motion. When I come back, I can think of my elbow dropping down. Then I come back to that shoulder, elbow dries up down the center. Back to a fist and back. Next section, so I'm coming up with a Tan Sau up to eye height. I'm turning my hand as I drop into a Guan Sau. Then I'm bringing that back up, pointing my fingers, always driving from that elbow. So I'm about chin height here. Dropping the fingers down, so I'm going in, down, and turning that hand around. So Huen Sau. And then it's like a sideways palm strike to the rib area. Back to a fist and back. So it goes up, down. Notice how I rotate as I drop into that Guan Sau. Back up, twists as it comes back up. Fingers down and out. Nice and straight as I come out. Now Bong Sau, so I'm going to point my fingers. Elbow's going to come up, but I'm driving forward also. So I come forward into the center line with the Bong Sau. So to show you side on, I'm coming into there. So I'm not just putting my hands out and lifting it up like this. Not chicken winging it. I'm driving forward, corkscrewing out. Coming down. I can drop down, and I'm going to palm up. Coming forward, dropping. See how I'm maintaining that center line still. Chit Saus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now with the Chit Sau, my hand starts facing up because it's a fist here, and as I come out, I'm twisting as I drop down, initiating the turn from around the elbow joint. The two bones are turning as it comes forward like this. As I'm doing that, I come forward, with the next move. As I come through, I'm aiming my fingers to the center as best I can. As I come out, it'll change and point better towards the center, more accurately. I am turning as I come out. My left arm is now pulling back into the fist under the arm. I swap over, I start up the arm, basically using the arm as a guide as you go down. Twist. So you can use this as kind of like a latching motion. As I'm coming forward, I'm going back as well. Okay. Last section after I've done the Chit Saus is 6 punches. Centerline punches again. Straight down the center. 6 punches. And then back under, feet together, hands down. Obviously there's so much more we could go into with Sil Nim Tao, so keep your eyes peeled for future videos. If you enjoy the content of this video, please like and subscribe and drop a comment below. Let us know what you thought. And until next time, I'll see you training.